Hello, I'm Dane, and this is Dane Explains. For the last year or so, since ChatGPT has become a thing, people have been throwing around lots of AI buzzwords and phrases, like total compute, artificial neural net, and machine learning. The one thing that I've been hearing used the most is artificial general intelligence, or AGI for short. Some people have claimed that some of our larger language models like ChatGPT have achieved AGI. Well, what is AGI? What does the phrase actually mean? And if an AI has attained it? Let me explain. Almost a year ago, Blake Lemoine, who was an engineer at Google, was claiming an internal version of Google's AI chatbot Lambda achieved AGI and not only deserved human rights, but was asking for human rights. Of course, Google moved quickly and fired it. Blake shared some of his conversations with Lambda to prove it. I'm not going to bother reading the chats, but it turned out the upshot was Blake was steering the conversation with Lambda. However, even if he wasn't steering the conversation, would Lambda asking for human rights mean it would have achieved AGI? The simple answer is no. The issue with AGI, without the G, is it doesn't actually have an I in it either. Artificial intelligence is only apparently intelligent, not truly intelligent, like we are, or even animals like your dog or your cat. AIs like Lambda and ChatGPT seem to act intelligent. In fact, ChatGPT 4, which is currently the most recent version of ChatGPT, if you pay them a little money, can outperform humans on many tests. However, that doesn't mean it's intelligent. Why is that? Well, I'm a biologist, so I'll use some biologist lingo. Because their neural networks process things in an almost autonomic way. Us biological organisms have something called an autonomic nervous system. That's a nervous system that sits below the one that we can think with, and controls most of our unconscious functions. Like the muscles in your intestines, for instance. You don't have to make a conscious effort to operate the muscles to push last night's dinner along and make sure it gets digested. Can you imagine how many things we'd have to be paying attention to all at once if we had to think about all of our bodily functions? Now, how can something that can beat a human in an exam not be intelligent? Because it can't think. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, how can it take a test if it can't think? First off, it doesn't take the test in the same way we do. It does have to be fed the questions in a way so it will give an answer. But beyond that, there are examples of humans consciously using this non-thinking intelligence to figure things out. And that's idiot savants. Yes, I know, not a very PC name, but I didn't make it up. Idiot savants are people who often have severe mental handicaps, but also often seem genius in other areas. For instance, being able to tell you what day of the week you were born on when you give them your birthday and the year, no matter how long ago it was. Or being able to play a song on a piano after hearing it only once, with no formal training. These people aren't thinking and coming up with a solution. They have a short circuit somewhere that allows them to input the information into a part of their brain that normally doesn't go anywhere near their conscious mind. And then they get an answer out. Normally, these parts of our brains are used for processing things like walking or jumping. It's just that the outputs are more subtle to us. Imagine when you throw a ball. How do you decide how hard and at what angle you need to throw it at? You look at where you want the ball to go, and you get the feeling of how hard and at what angle you need to throw it at. However, to do that, your brain needed to do a lot of processing. Math that takes college degrees to understand. All modern AI, at least up to this point, is like that, except they have no higher intellect to do the inputting. The programmers do that with an interface. So, AIs are like pieces of a brain, sometimes even a fairly complete brain, but they lack the most important part, and that's the part of the brain we use to think with. So, just throwing more layers at the AI won't solve the problem. For AGI to become a reality, the AI will need some kind of extra neural net that organizes the information given to it by all the others in a highly plastic way. But that's a discussion for another video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. Subscribe to my channel and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, please support me on Patreon. Link in the description. The more people support me, the more time I can dedicate to making videos like this one. So, Until next time, have a great week.